It's crazy card collecting. Lord
What?
Cash, I am feeling crazy today. I can see you going nuts over there.
I
Um,
know.
Everybody else that's at home, thank you for joining us in the New York Nerd Show Network. That's how crazy I am. I got the mouth marbles.
Oh, those are not good. Those are not good.
No, they're not. They are not good. Lord Cash, I know you have something that you shared a little bit a couple weeks ago on our Call of the Wild. You
Yeah.
got some really sweet, 2002 era Star Wars Attack of the Clones trading cards?
Yep. I got the and it came in a 10. So you can see Count Dooku, the great
Christopher Lee.
I was gonna say Lee, what's his name? Yes, but Sir Christopher Lee.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So there was actually 5 different 10s with different artwork. So you can get Count Dooku. There was, of course, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who was in Jesus mode during that filming. Jango Fett and Mace Windu. So those were the 5 that you were able to get. I picked this up in Altamont, Florida. Strike that, Longwood, Florida. At a place called Acme Superstore, a local comic book place I go to from time to time when I try to find some cool stuff there. I'm probably going to give them another 2 months because they rotate a lot of their inventory based on what people, trade in and sell. That I might try to go back in there, make that a quarterly, hey, let's see what you got new.
Right.
So I might have fit that into my, like I said, my quarterly schedule, if you will. But this is actually a sealed 10. I believe there's about 7 packs if I saw some other stuff online. And I would guesstimate that there's about 8 cards per pack. So roughly 50-ish, trading cards in here. I feel like we're about 4 days too late opening this. But May the 4th.
As of the date of our taping of this, Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you, was earlier this week.
Yeah, so we got a couple days ago, last week, May the 4th. So, but again, hey, we gotta get some Star Wars stuff. You got some Star Wars love. The new Disney Plus Bad Batch just debuted on May 4th. So there's been a couple episodes out on that. If you have watched Clone Wars and you have watched Rebels, they just sucks you right on into it. It's so good. I absolutely love it.
And Bad Batch is an animated or live action?
It is animated, done by Dave Filoni, who did the first 2 animated series, who has worked with Jon Favreau on the Mandalorian series.
Okay, so
he actually directed a couple of the episodes on that.
Awesome.
So,
and as you guys are watching right now, we just want to welcome you to the New York Nerd Show. If you haven't already, if you ever watched one of our shows before, we do appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. To help spread the word of the nerd. It's very helpful. We appreciate it for sure.
That's right.
Oh man, use the Force.
All righty. Well, I'm going to use the Force to open this package. It looks something like this.
The Force is strong with this one.
That's right. I have a high metachlorian count. Ooh, we don't like to say that word.
Yes.
All righty. So, yeah, it actually does say Count Dooku on the back, but I think that was more of their... Okay, so it's interesting. It says QVC item number 781677.
These are from QVC.
Quite possibly.
Interesting.
So hang on, I'm gonna do this.
I can't do the Duel of the Fates. I'm just, I need some help to do it. Granted, Duel of the Fates was more Phantom, but I guess they use it in this too. Anyway.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
That was strictly a Darth Maul fight sequence, bro.
That's what I was thinking, honestly. Right. Attack of the Clones is my least favorite, to be honest with you. But
for most people, it is
really good in it, though.
For the most part. Okay. So I don't know how I feel about this. I'm literally going to show it to you.
Is that styrofoam or what is that?
There is a styrofoam, but then there is a white envelope thing that's right here.
Tell me that's just the cards.
I think it might be. Nope. Little kind of see a little false thing in there.
I was gonna say that'd be ridiculous.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
So I think I did say that.
What's the white thing on top?
Huh?
What's the white thing on top?
Well, that's our bonus item apparently.
Ooh.
So on them, so there are 7 movie cards. Look for special foil inserts and foil out cards. Randomly inserted. No purchase necessary. See back for details. So there's some stuff there. But as I mentioned, there was the oh man, I feel a little gypped on that. So there were the 5 different types of
The tins.
flexible tins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mentioned that there was the Jango Fett. So I've got 3 that have Jango Fett on the outside. I have Anakin Skywalker by Hayden Christensen
With the Jedi braid.
with his Padawan braid.
Yes.
And then, as I said it, Jesus Kenobi.
You know what's funny? When I worked at KB Toys, they actually sold the Padawan braid.
Yeah.
You can actually clip it on and everything.
Alrighty. So with that, let's see. There's some approximate odds per pack of finding special insert cards, silver foil cards, 1 and 2.
I'm sure we'll see some of those then.
Prismatic foil cards, 1 of 6.
Okay.
Panoramic foil fold out cards, 1 and 12.
Okay.
So, and then of course, then there's the no purchase necessary. You can send in for extra cards or whatever.
Probably a binder too.
I'm sure there was probably a binder in here, but I don't see it. Official Star Wars website, Topps website. So these were 2002 is when the Attack of the Clones came out. So you ready to see what cards we got?
I'm ready.
Now,
hopefully this will change my opinion of the movie.
So you've seen the movie since you don't care kindly for it, which is okay. How much would you consider yourself of a Star Wars fan?
Oh, Star Wars is in my, I would say, top 5 for sure fandoms. You know, I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm a big Muppets fan, big Star Wars fan, Nintendo fan, and probably Ninja Turtles fan. But I love Star Wars.
Excellent. So I just want you to know that I'm trying to peel them away.
Jesus.
But I'm trying not to damage any of the artwork on them. But they're a little on the crispy side. Because literally, I can hold up the back of the card, and all 7 of them are there. Alrighty, so now that I've done that, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, Obi-Wan's Deception.
Oh, that's the opening scene in the movie.
So this is when he's trying to escape, and I think Jango Fett is also hiding in the debris.
Okay.
He's trying to go to Geonosis, and Jango Fett follows him.
Gotcha.
There is a Count Dooku. You're throwing some Force Lightning.
Gotcha.
So it says the deadly power of Dooku, which outside of the Emperor himself, good old Sheev Palpatine, this was the first time that we've seen another character use Force Lightning. Yeah,
I mean, John Travolta used grease lightning on that same era.
That's completely different. You've got to have, a nice little fire extinguisher for that. Because, when it gets going, All righty. So this one is just kind of a picture of almost like a promotional card, it looks like.
Yeah, it's like a poster you would have found at like Michael's back in the day.
Yeah, something like that. And it actually just says 10 years after the events chronologized Star Wars Episode 1. Anakin's older, blah blah blah. More stuff, more stuff.
I mean, I think it's a pretty cool image of that
Yeah.
collage.
This one is a little bit different. This actually has an up and down version. So you have Uncle Owen there. I'm sorry, that's Lars.
What for you Lars fans out there?
So yeah, this is
I don't even remember who that is.
So a rugged moisture farmer from Tatooine who has survived much misery, Lars purchased the slave Shmi Skywalker from Watu. So yeah, after the events of Episode 1, basically they married. So basically, it's Anakin's stepdad.
Right. I always found it funny, the moisture farming. I'm like, what is that?
On a desert planet.
Yeah.
This one's kind of cool because it's actually kind of a backstage picture. So it actually has one of the speeders, but you can kind of see a ladder as they're doing that. So that's kind of cool, creating high-tech transports.
Yeah, I like that.
And then speaking of electric, that's too close. As Obi-Wan and Anakin are flying through this space trying to catch the bounty hunter, they go through a electrical field.
What was the bounty hunter's name?
I am blanking right now.
Zam Wesell.
That's right. Then surviving the droid factory, you've got Padme Amidala there, kind of going through that. So once they get to the planet of Geonosis, so that was the first one.
I think the highlight was Anakin's stepdad, the moisture farmer. Get that one rated. The Force is strong. I think it's the third time I've used that joke, but it keeps being appropriate.
Yep. So after his mother gets killed by the Tusken Raiders, spoilers there.
This is when he's mad.
Yep, he jumps on this little speeder to go get them. Meeting Jango and Boba for the first time over on the planet of Kamino.
Boba nowadays has some really popular tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reading Newt for the camp. Readying Newt for the camp. So another backstage little thing there where they're getting Newt Gunray ready. So you got the production photos of that.
Nice.
Really cool.
Yeah, I like the practical effects that they did use in the Star Wars movies. The prequel trilogy did a lot of blue screen effects, but they still did use practical effects for some of it.
So this one is Attack from on High, which again, Jango Fett's up there where he had the high ground. Apparently, he taught that move to Obi-Wan for the third movie because Obi-Wan has the high ground.
Spoilers again.
I didn't say whoa. I just said he has the high ground.
You don't know who, I guess.
And then of course with this one, says from Dracula to Dooku.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because Christopher Lee was well known. He was Dracula, I think, back in the 50s, I believe.
Yeah. And then of course we have the landing on Coruscant. So that was Padme's ship.
Now, in all reality, I mean, there's a lot of opinions, right, that could be had. What was your take overall on the original trilogy? Like, what was your overall thought on it?
So I'm going to be a bad Star Wars fan here and say I did not really watch, because I don't count watching on TNT, TBS, on TV. I don't count that as, watching, Star Wars, because again, it's always edited for TV. So you're never getting the full experience. So I did not actually watch it for the first time about when we actually were living together.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't until I actually started working at Star Tours, back then it was still just Disney MGM Studios. And because I was working at Star Tours and I knew I was going to be getting those Star Wars questions, I'm like, okay, I got to do homework. So thankfully at that moment, there was only the three original. People really weren't focusing on the, episode 1. And I think episode 2 was just coming out as I was going over there.
Right.
So,
yeah, because when I first met you, I think you were working the Great Movie Ride at Disney.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was one of the places that I was working.
Right.
It's yeah. But as far as my thoughts on the original trilogy, they were good. They're classic movies.
But the prequel ones, like the ones that we're covering today, technically.
Oh, for the prequels?
Yeah, like
I like
Band of Clones and Sith.
I like them. I know Phantom Menace gets a lot of hate because of Jar Jar Binks. But if you're going to you got to take the good with the bad.
Right.
If you're going to say, oh, Duel of the Fates is one of the best, musical scores by John Williams, Darth Maul is one of the best characters, this and that, then I'm sorry. You've got to accept that Jar Jar Binks is part of this universe. You may not like him, but he's part of this universe. In order to get, Duel of the Fates and all these other things, you have to accept the movie as a whole. So
I actually didn't mind Jar Jar Binks.
I didn't either. And I think it's a lot of it is because of our age when that movie came out.
Right.
Had we probably been about 5-10 years older
or younger,
we would have.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, if we were about 5 to 10 years older, then we would have been old enough to watch the original trilogy in theaters.
Right.
So we would have had that childhood of 7, 8, 9 years of age watching those original movies and being blown away by that. And then people that are now in their 50s and 60s that had that experience, oh, Jar Jar, the original, they hate the original because it wasn't the Star Wars that they grew up on.
Right.
Whereas for us, we had the Star Wars, but we necessarily didn't grow up on it. It was there for us. But, by the time, we were at that age, Star Wars had already, the last one went to theaters in 1983.
Yeah, 83 or 84. I mean, I did grow up on Star Wars in a really big way. So I'm actually at a different spot. But it's funny, like when Phantom Menace came out in 99, I was in high school, or maybe just after, but I was okay with it, but now, 20 years later, I'm actually very nostalgic for that as well.
Right.
Attack of the Clones, though, what we're covering today, I watched it. I had a marathon with it at the beginning of this pandemic. I still just don't like it. But in general, though, the prequel trilogies, I like Phantom Menace, actually. I really like Revenge of the Sith. The only movie of any Star Wars that I just don't like is Rey, oddly enough. But there's parts that I can appreciate. Like I said, the introduction of Count Dooku as a major player. I actually did not mind the Jango Fett stuff. And, there are moments that are pretty decent. But you do need this movie, though, to help continue this thing. Uh-oh. Got some excitement over there.
Set that one aside.
Is it an autograph card?
It is not. Ooh. So it looks like there is one character card. So Lars from the first one. The second one,
nice.
We get Mace Windu himself. This one I've got Anakin Skywalker.
And I gotta say, those are really nice glossy cards with the little metallic embossment of the logo. And I'm gonna guess they're a little thicker than some of your trading cards.
So I'm gonna hold one up to, because again, I just have them here on my desk because that's what I do. There's a one from Hunchback that we opened up. It is a little bit thicker, just by millimeters,
right?
But definitely thicker. This one, again, because of all the clone stuff going on, there is that final scene where you bring on the clones and you just see the thousands and thousands of all these clones. That's an awesome scene that I absolutely love. And I'm gonna run through these a little bit on the quicker side since I've got them opened up. We've got Obi-Wan having
Dexter.
at the diner, and then we've got downward trajectory when they're just in the little speeder just going all the way down.
Right.
Let's see what we got here. You've got Mace Windu, Yoda,
the Jedi Council,
Republic in turmoil. So there, we can try to get to focus out. And you got Luminar in the background, and I could never. It's like Kit Mundo or something like that.
The big cone head.
Yeah.
Kai Mundi or something like that.
That's right.
I can spell it, but I don't know how to say it.
When Obi-Wan is captured, he's in the little force field with talking with Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
The outside shot of Planet of Kamino.
Mm-hmm.
Another behind the scenes. Speaking of, I always call it penis head. It's probably not the right thing to be saying, but
I don't think it's in the credits that way. But yes.
No. But again, he's talking there, sitting back there. And is that? I'm trying to think if that's Ian McKellen.
You think so?
No. Trying to
Wait for it. No, it's not. It's not Ian McKellen.
I didn't think so, but I'm not sure who that is. But it says Jedi tall and Jedi small. So again, it's kind of hard to see. Misa thinks we got to talk about him at some time.
Yeah, that I thought was pretty stupid. Is that he's a senator, but
well, and one of the things that they say is Jar Jar Binks was the Phantom Menace.
Yes, you've seen that video.
Yeah,
Well, if you have not seen it, check it out.
Basically saying that because of his actions is what caused Palpatine to gain control.
Yeah, and there's like a whole like backwards theory that basically says that he did that on purpose, and he was literally
he's like a Sith mastermind.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that because a friend of mine showed that to me, and I'm like, that's kind of too crazy enough to work. There you go.
The Fly, But You Can't Hide of Obi-Wan and Jango Fett. And then, of course, I think this is another behind the scenes. So this is with Padme.
Very nice.
So there's that one. And then since we have Lars, we have Brew Whitson. So I think that's
is that like supposed to be Luke's Aunt Beru ultimately?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then the thing that caught my attention, I think this is one of the foil. Yeah, this is a silver foil card, and it is of Jango Fett.
Oh, very cool. Actually, oh yeah, no, I like that. When you tilt it down, it's actually you see the okay, very cool.
So, on the back of it, it says collect all 10 silver foil cards.
But what if I only want one? Why do I have to collect all 10?
Then you got Jango, so that's at least good. So, and I know right now with being Mandalorian, because essentially that uniform that eventually becomes. Dang it! Why could I have had you like 5 minutes ago? You'll find the humor in this.
There you go. Yep, there's Zam Wazell.
So that eventually becomes Boba Fett's armor,
right?
And thus, is with him with. Oh, that's new. With him in the Sarlacc pit, and eventually, through the events of now the Mandalorian, some cool stuff that goes on there. Nightclub brawl. So at the very moment when they're actually going after Sam, there's that. Walter's revelation. So basically saying, Shmi has been purchased by someone. And then Jocasta Nu is the librarian, which you actually do get to see her in the Clone Wars. So she helps out Ahsoka deal with some stuff. The Padme delegation. And then this is so we don't have the good guys, or at least our card. This one we have a secondary one, or Super Battle Droid.
Yeah, I like the droids a lot in the prequel trilogies, and they're really fun to use in like games like Battlefront 2.
So I have a prismatic foil card. There's only 8 of them, and it is of C-3PO and R2-D2.
Now, is C-3PO's arm red?
I don't know if it's red, but it is a different color.
Yeah. I know there's different like eras of C-3PO. Like in the Phantom Menace, he was all like gutted. He didn't have his armor yet.
Right.
So I believe at one point he had the red arm.
Alrighty. So what's cool is they look like they're numbered on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I might try to go see like how much of this collection did I actually get.
Right. And so far, knock on wood, there's been no duplicates.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice. So elsewhere in the galaxy, as it says. So apparently Obi-Wan was giving the thumbs up or pointing to something.
That's the Buddy Christ.
Reading up. Got a first double.
Oh, I jinxed us.
Yeah, I know. Getting ready to do for the cameras.
And that's a great card. So, I mean, why not have 2?
So we've got our character card of Jango Fett.
Isn't that? Do we already have that one too?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
That one we don't have. Because that was our foil card was of Jango.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then I think I have. Here's another silver foil of Jango.
That's a pretty cool card too.
But he got of course he's got his brethren behind him.
All the other clone troopers,
or his kids, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
An audience with Lama Su. I think one of the
big pill Q-tip heads.
Yes, Caminoans. Let me see. We have rocketed by laser blasts.
Okay.
And then we have fun in the Naboo Manor. So I think that's when he's having dinner with Padme.
Right.
All right. Last one.
And then that bonus thing. I'm curious.
And then whatever and if everybody says that thanks for buying this, as Mayaball would have said.
Or it's one of those security tags.
Exactly. So Attack of the Kuans, I think is what it says.
Attack of the Kuhounds.
Oh, the little creature that comes in through the window.
Yes. The little, yeah.
That Sam, I think, is the one who sent it. Death in the Arena.
All right. You know, it's funny. Those 2 alien characters are so...
Newt Gunray.
What?
Newt Gunray.
Yeah. Their accents are relatively... I guess some people think they're almost racist. They're definitely like an Asian stereotype kind of voice.
Yep. A Fantastic Duel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
it's like Christopher Lee. He was a very good. I think too because he did some old movies, I believe, where he did have sword fighting. So
on Her Way to Safety.
Mm-hmm.
And we got 2 more here, and then there's your Kuhans.
Yeah.
And then our character card is R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Again, we had that though as
it was a foil.
Yeah, it's just interesting. It's like the same picture, I believe, but just like presented in a different way.
And then I have a silver foil with Padme.
Very nice.
So I have 3 foils and 1 prismatic. So overall, not too bad.
Right.
So, and then...
All right, Lord Cash, what did you get? What did you get in that white envelope?
So this is 4 out of 5. I think this is one of the, I don't know exactly what to call it because it doesn't have on here what it is, but it is of Mr. Christopher Lee himself, Count Dooku, a foil card of such.
Is it a taller card? It looks like it.
Yeah. Just to give you a little size comparison.
Huh. So my guess is that the other tins had that particular character in that little envelope.
Right. So yeah, if you got the Jango Fett, you'd have a tall Jango, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's basically what was in it. You got a bonus card for having the 10. So that's pretty cool.
So what are your thoughts of your pickup?
For what I paid for it, not too bad. I like having, again, it's Star Wars, so I always love going down that road of nostalgia of the show itself. The fact that I got a couple of bonusy fancy cards is always cool. So I kind of was a little disappointed on the fact of how they were all chunked up together. But again, it's Florida. There's humidity.
Exactly.
Even though it was closed up, there was still some holes that, it could get in there. But now that it's all done, it's, there's a little bit of, you kind of see on the edges where there's some, the card has kind of deteriorated away a little bit. So they're not in tip-top pristine condition, but, overall, it was a cool little package here. I think for the whole 10, I think it was like $12-13 for it.
Right.
So not too bad.
Right.
So, and if anybody is out there that is like, oh my gosh, I love that card, leave us a comment below, and we'll definitely try to see about working something out. But yeah.
Awesome.
I like it.
Well, we do appreciate you joining us tonight for Crazy Card Collecting, but that's not all we have on the New York Nerd Show Network. We have a lot of different shows that you can join us for either live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or you can check out our YouTube page, particularly where we have over 120 different shows across the different series that we have, including some that have been retired or put on hiatus. But again, this is Crazy Card Collecting. If you join us on Tuesdays, we have the show that started it all, which is Slam Nation Wrestling, where Lord Cash and I talk about the world of professional wrestling, whether it be WWE, a pay-per-view, or even All Elite Wrestling. We cover it all. Wednesday, it's the Game Room, where we either play a video game from different eras and genres, or sometimes we actually review them. So check it out. What are we going to play next? You might be able to tell us as well. Give your suggestions. Thursdays is I Stream, You Stream, where we discuss one of the various shows or movies that you might find on Amazon Prime, you might find it on Disney Plus, HBO Max, a lot of different things. We've done everything from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the Tom and Jerry, WandaVision, and the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'll get it right. Funko Royalty hits you up on Fridays, where Lord Cash and sometimes myself, we just talk about the world of Funko Pop. He is quite the collector of them, with millions and millions of Funko Pops, and he's kind of gotten me into the situation just a little bit too. Yeah, she's got his hooks into me, and he's pulling me into the dark side. Mail call, mail time is exactly what it sounds like. We share what we got in the mail. It's not just the bills. It is stuff that we have to pay on the next bill cycle, though. And then we start off our week with Call of the Wild, where we basically share different things that we purchased out in the wild, in different stores, garage sales, you name it. And actually, Lord Cash debuted these cards that he showed tonight when he picked these up at Acme Superstore out in Florida. Yep. So, as we come to the end of our episode today, we do want to thank you once again. And as you've been seeing the ticker roll by you every single moment of this episode, we do thank you for coming in. And please make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, ring it for notifications, share with everybody else, because the more people that get on our brain with us, I don't know, the more fun it is. And we get to hear from you guys, from your feedback and things you like and things you didn't like. But if you didn't like somebody, anything in this, just keep it in your head. We'll pretend we heard you.
Well, and of course, this is the perfect show to kind of advertise this little notion is for all of our new subscribers out there. You kind of go into a monthly drawing, and then all that Pat will draw a name out of a hat, a bowl, I don't know, bathtub, I don't know. And then he'll put together a nice little smorgasbord of various trading cards. Could be maybe you might get some of these Star Wars cards that we just opened up. Could be some Garbage Pail Kid cards. We've got a bunch of those. Various other things that we've been opening up on air over the past few months. So if you are a new subscriber, you do get added. I was going to say loaded, but I don't know if that's the right word. Added to the drawing for that month's subscription. And if you want someone else to win, tell them to subscribe, and maybe they'll share the cards with you if you win.
And we do also throw a couple of our current subscribers too. If you hit a like, or if you, like he just said, if you suggest somebody to it, just if you're a longtime fan too, we don't withhold that from you either. So everybody's kind of everybody is able to participate. So the more you get in, though, the more chances that you have.
Yep. So definitely, we'll show some love, and we'll have some other contests along. I think we've got some 8x10 photos that we try to give out from time to time. So the more you comment, the more you like and get people to subscribe, that only makes your chances even that much better.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we do thank you once again. Hope you join us on some of our next episodes. And with that, have a great night. Have a good time with some of your friends and family, and we'll see you next time on the New York Nerd Show, Crazy Card Collecting. Adios.
Card on, everybody.